Make sure your skin is prepped. Now, we hear this all the time, but I think it's a lot easier said than done. Hi, my name's Angie, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share some tips on how to have prepped skin each and every morning. So, having prepped skin does not just start with your morning routine right before putting on your makeup. This is something that starts with a solid skincare routine, good habits, and consistency is key. Having a daily and weekly skincare routine with what I consider essential ingredients is how I've improved the health of my skin. And also, I'm not going to dwell on this because we've heard it a million times, but of course, eating right, exercise, skin protection. We all know that that is going to also improve the health of and the appearance of our skin. So, moving on. And in order to have radiant, glowy skin, this is where it really comes down to consistent behaviors. And I know I've had a little bit of issue with this. I'm fine being consistent with my daily routine. So that's the cleansing, the moisturizing, my tretinoin. It's the ones that I do once or twice a week that I always tend to forget. And these generally are my exfoliants. And these are products that really do help improve the texture of your skin. And instead, I've been dealing with a lot more dry, flaky skin, especially in the drier months. And it's so frustrating when I'm going through with my morning routine. I'm thinking I'm fine. And then when I go to put on my foundation, I see all of it clinging to these dry patches. I'll offer you my solution on dealing with it, but if you have something better, please share it in the comments below. What I've been doing with generally pretty good results is what I'll do, because I've already put on, say, my moisturizer, my sunscreen. If I then put on foundation and see these patches, what I'll try to do is take a little bit of some sort of facial oil and really rub in the area, kind of loosening up those dry flakes. And then hopefully it's just to that area and I don't have to ruin my whole face. But then after kind of getting off that dead skin, massaging it off, I'll then reapply my sunscreen and kind of start over from there. What I really need to be doing is being consistent with my weekly routine. And so one thing that I did have to do was put a post-it on my mirror saying exfoliate Wednesdays and Sundays. And that really has helped for me. I also need to commit to doing my weekly exfoliation masks. And the products that I'm currently using are, and I've used this one for a long time. It's Hope Instant Glow Peeling Mousse. And this one is just, it's an enzyme that really, you put it on, massage it through, and it really does help kind of remove any of that top layer that's loose and ready to be exfoliated. Another product that I've gotten is this pumpkin enzyme mask. And I'll put this on and let it set for 20 minutes or whatever. And this does have a little bit of the exfoliating bits in it. And this does have 10% AHA and fruit enzymes. So it does help with gently chemically exfoliating your skin, but it does have the little grains. And so I really have to gently massage that when you're rinsing them off. And so it's a really nice, I like this product. Just be very gentle when you are buffing that off. I've always been super heavy-handed with that, and then you end up irritating, and you could possibly even damage your skin barrier with that sort of thing. And then the third product is this Aztec Indian Healing Clay, and this thing has lasted me forever, and it's a deep pore cleansing product. And so on Sundays when I'm washing my hair and doing all of that, I really do like to put on a mask prior. If I have a mask for my hair that's setting in, because this particular one takes a little bit longer, about, I don't know, I'd say about a half an hour for it to fully dry. These are the products that I tend to kind of miss here and there. There's a lot of times when we're doing things on the weekends where I really don't carve out time to be doing this, and I need to start doing that more consistently. On those mornings when my skin is feeling dry and drab, one thing that I really have enjoyed doing is giving myself a gentle facial lymphatic massage. And by doing that, you're really bringing a lot of blood flow to your skin. You're reducing some puffiness that you may have in the morning. And it's an excellent way to really loosen, especially if you put a little bit of a facial oil, a cleansing oil, whatever. And in doing the massage, you're actually gently manually exfoliating any sort of dry bits that you may have. I know that this really does help bring my skin back to life, and it gives me a nice glow. So Daily Radiance is skin that is not only exfoliated, but also very hydrated and plump. So one of the ingredients that immediately does that is hyaluronic acid. So when you see this ingredient in your products, know that this is helping improve the appearance of your skin right away. So it's really important to listen to your skin, and I have learned that the hard way. Just when I think everything's going really well, I've got it all figured out, that's when the seasons change and my skin starts drying out. Or I try a product that I'm allergic to and it derails all of my progress. So it's challenging being a woman, and it's especially challenging being an aging woman who's experiencing not only skin changes, but everything else is changing at the same time. And then once you finally get your skincare routine nailed down, then you have to start looking at your makeup and seeing what products are working for you and what aren't anymore. Thankfully, there are a lot of YouTubers out there sharing their experience with certain makeup products, concealers, foundations, because you really could go broke trying to figure out and find the best foundation for your skin. But the last thing you want to do is have this perfectly prepped, beautiful skin and then cover it with foundation that actually makes you look worse. If you can find samples of foundations, especially if they're on the pricier side, that would be ideal. So you can test them out and see if they work for you. Or you could find some of the foundations. Some of my favorite foundations are, under $5 at the drugstore. So they're easy enough to test out and try. But it's so rewarding to find those products that just work for you, because then you're going to look your best each and every day. So I hope you got value from this video. Please check out this next video where I demonstrate how to give yourself a facial lymphatic massage. And I hope you have a great day.